Welcome to the podcast, Living by Oak Value. My name is Robert, and I host this podcast with my friend Gary. Join us today as we dive deep, share meaningful stories, discuss our values that help shape our lives. We will explore how we use these values to guide us through life, shaping our decisions, relationships, and raising our kids. We are embracing a journey of personal growth, navigating our own paths, and we are committed to living by these values and passing them on to our children. We are thrilled to have you here today and can't wait to share our latest episode. Whether you're a longtime listener or just now discovering us, welcome. Check us out, northmancoaching.com. Feel free to introduce yourself. You're welcome to join our community Northman Legacy Group and let us know what topics you're most interested in hearing about. Sign up with your emails for behind-the-scenes sneak peeks and exciting updates. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Happy listening.
So today, Rob, we're going to be talking about courtesy. We want to go through the few key things on why being courtesy is so important. Number one, it promotes respect. It enhances relationships. It encourages positive interactions, reflects character, builds community, improves communication, and sets a positive example.
So I really didn't know what courteous was. Every Southerner knows, like, you open the door for a lady or things like that. So
offer some sweet tea.
Sweet tea, yeah. Say thank you and bless your heart and all. There's a whole slew of things that technically fall under courteous. On the back of the card, it is an act of kindness, assist, a state of being respectful, considerate to others. So I guess it is right. And I guess that's why a lot of people do like it. We call it Southern hospitality, I guess. Truly, it kind of all boils down to courteous is respectful interactions.
You hit it on the head. That is exactly what it is. So everything that I just said earlier, like, that is stuff it does or will help in your life, but it is just, what did you say it was?
Respectful interactions.
Yes, respectful. Yeah. I couldn't get that out. When you interact with people, you are respectful, and that leads to courteous.
Okay.
I don't like this at all.
I just had an epiphany because the one respectful thing that I would like for other people to do is use their blinkers on the road. I can't tell you how many times people have cut in front of me without using their blinkers. And it's just like, wow, it would be nice if people could learn how to use their blinkers properly.
And to all the listeners out there who know where I live, I think it's illegal to use blinkers in Rhode Island.
Florida too. No, me and my daughter, we were like, man, these must be Floridarians because they're not.
I'm pretty sure if I put my directional on and stop at a red light, someone's going to pull me out of the car and beat me.
That is just one of those things that as a driver, I enjoy having people put on their blinkers.
Okay.
It's a sign of respect.
That's a strange enjoyment.
Yeah.
Who are they respecting, themselves or you?
They are having respectful intentions to the people around them. They are being courteous.
They actually, if you think about it, they are having self-respect.
Yes.
Because by using that directional blinker or blinker, it makes you aware of what their intentions are, and you won't hit them.
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So it's like self-respect, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. So is this episode going to be all about cars, blinkers, and
self-respect?
Self-respect?
Maybe. I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I do have a daughter that's going and learning how to drive, and your daughter, especially at her age, I got in the car. I respect her a lot because as soon as I got in the car, it was like, Robert, where's your seatbelt? I was like, oh, I was so disrespectful to y'all by getting in that car and not putting on my seatbelt. I wasn't very good as a courteous
teaching bad lessons. Yes.
Yeah.
But speaking of cars, that's the theme we're going with. Enhancing relationships. With my last relationship, I opened car doors. And she had only seen that in the movies. And that definitely enhanced our relationship. That let her know that I was a 2.0 man, that I, knew who I was. Grounded. I was a grounded man. So that definitely helped build our relationship by me being courteous like that. You have any stories like that or no?
Drive slower. because I want to be courteous to the passenger sitting next to me, so their head's not bobbing around or they're holding on to dear life going, oh my God, stop, stop, stop. Don't run up. Because my dad used to do that a lot. He used to like run up on the bumper of the car in front of him, and it would drive me crazy. So it's kind of like I would do the opposite to show courteous to the car in front of me and my passenger. Like, listen, I'm a safe driver. I'm not going to just run up on people's bumpers. I'm trying to build trust and goodwill with the passengers that I'm with.
How about the guy behind you?
That is hard. You have to reflect on yourself about watching people behind you, to tell you the truth.
I think me and your dad would have got along because I'm always up on the bumper.
Because you have to let it not get to you that person drives up on you, man. That hit, mercy. That gets you too. It's like, get off my bumper. But I have to reflect on myself. Why does it bother me? They think they know what they're doing. If they hit me, they better have insurance, kind of deal. So yeah.
Man, I don't know. All these things we said, what it does, like, it's just, they're basic. But I do like to set the positive example, because along with putting that seatbelt on or driving properly, or for me, opening the car door, when people see that, I think people tend to copy things that they like. So if I see that you're putting your seatbelt on, or you put your seatbelt on my car, now my daughter knows that she has it. She knew, she'd let you know. But now she can't use, well, Rob doesn't do it. And by me opening the door for my previous girlfriend, like, that shows people around that, hey, what's that word, that Southern word? Chivalrous?
Yes, so chivalrous, yeah.
Whatever that word is, yeah. That still exists, that people are still that word.
I got spanked on the butt a lot as a kid if I didn't open the door. My granddad would not let us get in. For my grandmother.
Really?
Yeah, my granddad was very, very adamant about opening doors for ladies.
But why would you have to open? That's his job.
Well, he would say, go open the door for her, boy. Hurry, run, 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 kind of deal. I didn't get a major spanking. I got major spankings for a lot more stuff than that. So, but yeah, opening the door, I learned it. It built a habit, but I don't do that nowadays. I don't think I did it from my ex. The one thing that I do, I don't overreact with my daughter driving the car. I try to keep, like, what the hell are you doing kind of reactions calm, because she's learning and she has to practice. I had that done to me in the past, and I know it didn't help build my confidence in driving. So I'm trying to do it the opposite a little bit and be more courteous to her and give her a little bit of my trust.
So that's like a reflection of your character, pretty much.
Yeah, a little bit. Another thing that I know you don't get because your car is not cool. When you drive a classic car, people will yell out of the window, hey, I like your truck. It's courteous. They do it out of respectful intentions, and sometimes it's bad because they're the driver with their cell phone trying to take a picture of the car. That's not cool, but they still have respectful intentions. It almost enhances a relationship, because I can't tell you how many times I stopped and somebody wants to come talk to me about the truck.
So it's not even enhancing, it's building.
Yes, yeah.
You're starting from scratch. And now how you handle that conversation will enhance it, but the truck will help build it. You know, it's funny. So you said that people are like, I like your truck. That's a compliment, right?
Yeah.
So
it's annoying sometimes because you want to focus on the road, but it is a compliment. I had one today where a little kid was yelling out of the back of the truck, I like your truck. It was like, oh my gosh. So
I was at a fair last week with my daughter and her cousin, and they're wearing these dog tails.
Wait, you explained the dog tails.
It's a tail. It's like a fox tail, I guess, a dog tail. Or like an animal's tail.
Yeah.
They tie it around their waist, and they want to wear these tails.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're walking down the street, and somebody barks at them.
Okay.
And they stopped, and they're like, what's your problem? And I was like, whoa. You don't know them. Oh, they're barking at us. I'm like, you have dog tails on. They're playing. They're playing with you. No, they're being mean and inconsiderate or something. I was like, whoa, where do you get this? You're wearing a dog tail. They're barking. Bark back.
Actually, you bring up a good point. Part of being courteous is a mindset.
Yes.
I don't think that's in our little notes or anything. You're right, because sometimes I'm too aggravated. I don't want to wave at people when they said, hey, I like your truck. I don't want to talk to you, man. Just roll your window back up and keep going. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. How they turn around and react to somebody barking at them because they want to wear dog tails. I've never heard it called a dog tail, but that's pretty cool. But yeah,
Well,
it's a mindset. You have to be courteous, even though you're not in the mood to be courteous, because you don't know what that person.
let's just say that they are being mean, and you have that mindset to just bark back at them. You're not giving them anything for fuel to continue this fight, if that's what they're doing. So therefore, you bark back and you move on.
Yes, that was a good example
of mindset. Whatever.
Well, I mean, because that didn't pop up on our notes
Yeah.
to talk about it that way. And it is usually small acts like that or words that can make the big difference in an interaction or a relationship. It just takes the tiny stuff. Even when I buckle my seatbelt and your daughter's going, "Oh, thank you, Robert, for buckling your seatbelt." That little bit of kindness after being courteous or her courteous and kindness together, it's a reflection on you and her.
Or you could have taken it sarcastically and gotten upset.
Yeah, I could have.
So how do you practice being courteous on a daily basis?
I don't know that I practice being courteous, but I take it back. Besides the mindset, I do like that concept of being courteous as a mindset, because as you're driving down the road and people honk the horns at you, you don't know whether your tire's falling off or they like your truck. So
Right.
the mindset of, hey, just wave back, be nice, let them take a picture, because I mean, I'm not driving a truck just for nobody to take a picture. I think the biggest thing I do is I work on my mindset to be courteous. I like the way you said that, and I think that is truly what I would do. What about you?
Well, I mean, I'm always working with the mindset, but for the listeners there that want to know what they can do right now to be courteous, please and thank you.
Yes.
I always say yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. I don't know if it's my upbringing or the military. Some people do get offended by that. I think overall that's being courteous, So please and thank you. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You know one you don't like, and I do
What's
it all
that?
the time, and you got onto me? Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna go down another hole here.
Oh, well, we can do it. But anyways, I used to say sorry a lot, and I thought
Yeah,
it was because I was courteous. And I don't think it really is because I'm courteous.
me too. And it's funny. I get it from my daughter all the time. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't make your bed. I'm sorry. You didn't feed the frog. I'm sorry. You didn't pick up your clothes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's just what comes after you didn't do blank. It has no meaning to it, to her anyway.
So that goes to the next practice of courtesy, is be on time and respect other people's time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Giving your full attention. I take it back. That is one thing I do try harder to do, is give my full attention.
Okay, so tell me
Actively
about that.
listening. In the past, I was always the one trying to tell people what to do. But now I'm much more willing to ask questions, stop, and listen for an answer instead of interjecting the solution into whoever's speaking.
So it's funny, like you said that, because I feel like prior to doing this work, I would try to give everybody a little bit of attention. Now, if I'm focused on one thing and then you need something from me or something, I'll be like, not right now. I got this going on. I'll call you back or whatever. We'll figure this out in a few minutes. Let me take care of this first. So that one day we did 3 podcasts. Like, I didn't have the attention span to do another one, but I recognized that. So instead of pushing through, we stopped. This goes back to the last value actually of communication, because if you are not actively listening or actively giving your full attention, then you're not listening, and therefore you're not communicating.
Something else people can practice, and this is one where it is a little harder for me to do, to greet people warmly and acknowledge their presence. Especially when I was going through separation and divorce, I wasn't in the mood to greet people warmly or acknowledge people. And that was just who I was at that moment. I needed to work on myself versus being courteous. But
how'd you fix that?
I'm probably still working on it, tell you the truth. I'm still working on being more warmly. I am a fairly warm person, but just during that time I wasn't.
So this I think goes right back to mindset. Because so when I'm not in the mood, or when I was going through my divorce, or last week when my plumbing was all messed up, I was mad. Oh, I was on fire. But when I went out to the store to get whatever I needed, the cashier was like, "How are you today?" "I'm wonderful. How are you?" I have it in me to separate the part of my life that's upsetting me that does not involve this cashier or anybody around me. So why burden them with my drama? Now, if there was a plumber there, ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to punch him in the face. But yeah, so I just, with mindset, I just take what's not good right now and push it aside, because I can always be upset about the plumbing or upset about my wife leaving or upset about my flat tire. But above all that, I'm more grateful for the air I'm still breathing. I'm grateful for the people in my life. I'm grateful to be here alive today.
Yes. Yeah.
So therefore, I can harness that energy to be more courteous, even though I'm upset about the plumbing or whatever else is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I have more gratitude for things going on around me that I can harness that energy.
Another way to practice daily is to be willing to assist others when you can. And I do fairly well. And I can thank my dad and my granddad for teaching me how to be handy around the house and do things like yard work. And I guess my dad just taught me to relax while driving. So I enjoy driving. So I'll assist driving. Me and Parrish drove to Georgia, and I drove most of the way because he just talked and talked and talked. And I was like, hey, I don't mind driving. Let me drive.
So I help others all the time, not all the time. I don't want to make myself sound great, but while I'm working, if I'm walking up to a place to deliver the mail, somebody's coming in, I'll hold the door. Actually, I do that a lot. That's all I got, though. Well, my extra assistance involves a lot of door opening.
And really, courteous is all about treating others the way you would like to be treated. It's real timeless because it goes all the way back. There's a Bible verse. Jesus was asked, hey, teacher, what is the greatest commandment of all time? And Jesus replied, love your God with all your heart and all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second one is to love your neighbor as yourself. If we follow that, and courteous is that daily value that will make it more harmonious.
Yeah, we could use a little more of that in the world today, that's for sure. All right, Rob, what's that joke you have for us?
All right, why did the polite tomato always win debates?
No idea.
Because it knew how to catch up with kindness and squash arguments courteously.
That's pretty cheesy.
That one was very, very cheesy. So
that's awesome. Makes me want to put ketchup on a cheeseburger. And this episode is brought to you by Northman Coaching and their Oak Value Cards. Are you looking for a little boost in motivation and self-improvement? If so, then check out our Oak Value Cards and empower yourself with our motivational and insightful core value cards. Enter promo code COURTEOUS for 20% off of your order. All right, well, I have a quote for you.
All right.
It's from Lewis Carroll. Courtesy is a small act, but it packs a mighty wallop.
Yeah.
It really does. It really does. But the mighty wallop has to be received by the right mindset.
Ooh.
Because I was actually just thinking about that. We talked about mindset earlier and courteous, doing little acts of kindness throughout the day. And down south, you say, bless your heart, right?
Oh, you really want to go there, don't you?
What does it mean when a Southerner says, bless your heart to a Yankee like me?
Let me put it courteously.
Go love yourself.
It kind of means, you poor soul, you need to go get a better education.
Okay. I thought it meant go love yourself, but
it could too. Yeah.
But where did that come from? I'm not a Southerner. I have no idea that could mean that. So it's all about mindset. If you say bless your heart and you mean it in a derogatory way, but I don't take it derogatory, I say, oh, well, thank you. Have a great day or whatever. Then it's like the dog thing earlier. You have nothing left for ammo.
Correct. And actually, I think that's why they say it, is so that if people, because technically it can be taken the wrong way or it can't be taken the wrong way. And it's more of like a nice guy thing. Sure. You don't want to offend the person, but at the same time, you want to express discontent, but you don't want to show them that you're discontent. So there's a whole slew of words you can say that have double meaning. But you're right. If you use the right mindset, and you say, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I think I keep the positive mindset. I think so. I try to be like Gandhi.
Yeah.
And Gandhi was known for his principles of nonviolence, his peaceful resistance, and that's I try to harness that every day. You want to say something derogatory, but cover it up or sugarcoat it, I will take it the best way possible.
So for all the listeners out there, incorporating courtesy in your daily life not only benefits those around you, but also enriches your own experience and well-being. It is simple, yet very powerful way to create a more respectful, positive environment for yourself and others. And if you would like to go further or deeper on this topic, reach out to us. We want to know you and hear your powerful story. Connect with us by booking your free session on our website, northmancoaching.com. And folks, that's a wrap on today's episode. And of course, thank you all out there for listening. We're so glad you could join us today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, Living by Oak Values. And if you feel generous, leave us a review. It really helps us out and keeps these conversations going. For more updates and exclusive content, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and visit our website, northmancoaching.com. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode that you don't want to miss. Until then, keep discussing your values, embracing the journey, take care, and stay authentic.